second episode of HOSS Garage here. You're going to join us today to be looking at the install of the Speed Engineering True Dual 3-inch stainless steel exhaust system that Speed Engineering sent over to us. They've got it priced pretty good. Put a link in the description. Check it out. I don't get anything for it. I just think it's a good kit. And they were pretty quick on shipping. It took them a week to get it out to me. So, but HOSS needs it because he's pretty loud. So let's get installed. Okay, so as you can see, got a bunch of bubble wrap pieces. But basically this consists of clamps, which are actually pretty beefy, and you have the Y pipes that come down, pieces of Y pipe that come down to meet up to your X pipe and your dumps. So I'm gonna get this all spread out nice on the box. Here's the X pipe, and I'm gonna bring this a little closer so you can see the quality of the welds here. Those things are nice, super nice. So I guess the plan is gonna be to do the Ys first, come down to the X, just kind of mock it up and see how we can get it going. I need to lift HOSS up into the air. So here's what we're working with. So we have some unknown eBay long tube headers, right? And a bunch of stuff that rattles. So our goal today is to fit up that exhaust, clean up these rattling pieces, the front O2 sensors. We've got extensions in case they don't reach. And obviously we're gonna get a tune and delete the rears. We need to clarify this loud situation. So let's get to it. So I just had an idea. Since it's just me right now, I'm gonna go get that transmission jack and use it to kind of be a third or fourth arm, if you will, to help me mock everything up. Once we have everything mocked up and kind of know which piece goes where, then we'll start putting clamps on and clamping it down and getting it to where it needs to be.
A few moments later.
So check it out. I actually got these two sections in the wrong side. They actually need to be over here where this one solid piece is, off the header. So I just will swap these two sections across and my X pipe should be in the center. Just wanted to give you guys a look at how it's coming so far. It's coming along pretty clean. I went ahead and threw on one of the mufflers. This is a blow-through muffler design, which not really too much of a muffler, but something nonetheless. Better than what I had, which was absolutely nothing. But what I see a lot of people doing is they'll take the hanger and they'll take it off the bolt for the rear seat right here, and they'll put it here, and it'll hold your exhaust up. It'll hold the dump. This is an axle dump design. It dumps before the rear axle. So my car's not lowered or anything. My goal is to have it right about there. It's about as tucked up as I can. I have no intents and purposes of lowering the car. I have the original suspension, which still rides good. It's not blown or anything, which blows my mind. But as far as the exhaust goes, I want to tuck it up as much as I can. Now it's time to open these C-clamps. This C-clamp design. I'll show you one here in a moment. These are gonna act in place of welds. I am gonna get it welded up, the whole exhaust system, piece by piece together. But in order to get it where I need to go, we've gotta use these for now. So this is the C-clamp design. And as you tighten it, it'll build that pressure. So now I talked to the gentleman at Speed Engineering that answered the phone, and he told me crank that bastard down. Now, I will say this, these are more kind of like Texas Speed style clamps, or the clamps that they use, more high-end, high quality. But gonna just tighten them all down and see how that goes. So as you can see here, I've got all the clamps in place. They just need to be tightened down. Again, measure 40 million times before you cut once, or actually measure 40 different times before you bolt it up once, you know? So we wanna make sure we're taking our time, getting everything lined up correctly. Basically, once I have these points all buttoned up, I'll be able to lower the car down, take the bottom seat bolts out, which are over here, because that's where we're gonna bolt our hangers to. Is it gonna work? I don't know. That's where I've seen a lot of other people do it, but I figure, let me try, and if I fail, you know, other people can learn from it. So let's see what we can do. So you don't wanna go too close to the body. You don't wanna go too close to the ground. You wanna put it at an angle of sorts. That way you can service it, but not drag it off and then wonder why your exhaust fell off. Very important note, as you're working on it, as you're tightening these, of course, I'm using a little 60 foot-pound, you know, just to kind of get it tight, but it's not gonna tighten it where you need it. You really need to put, I'd say double at least, 120 foot-pounds, because 60 foot-pounds, I'm tightening it and it's still loose, so. But make sure when you're putting it together, as you're tightening each clamp, make sure that you're keeping an eye on the X to make sure it's straight throughout the entire installation with the rest of your driveline. You can always go to the back and see where everything's dumping out at. Main part of the exhaust is up there. You got your Y, X pipe coming out to the back. It's pretty straight. I'm pretty happy with that alignment. We're gonna let her down and I'm gonna take the seat bolts out. I was looking at those spots there, but they're just so far away from where I need to be at. I really truly need to be here. If I can't figure that out, I want to figure out a non-invasive way to get those mufflers up. That's why we're here. Get HOSS right. As far as pulling the seat bottoms out, they're super easy to do. There's tons of videos on YouTube on that. I'm not gonna make a how-to on how to pull your seat bottom out. I'm gonna do that off camera. It's just me. I have a tripod. Well, you guys are here, so thanks for being here. If you made it this far, I must be doing something right, or you must like the car enough to stay to watch. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. So if you order this kit, don't expect to get bolts for the hangers. Take your existing bolts out, run to the hardware, you know, whatever store you have, hardware store, and find that bolt just longer of the same thread pitch and everything. So you can bolt your stuff back down. You have a little bit more stud there, and then that way, when that stud's sticking out, you can bolt it whoop, right to it. Body of the HOSS is like super clean. Like, I'm very impressed with, like, when I mean clean, I don't mean like clean as in like clean, because obviously it's dirty, but I mean as in clean as in no big corrosion, no corrosion at all actually. It hadn't been really messed with, you know, or as people say, you know, the car hasn't been molested or anything like that. And true, car's been pretty stock except for the motor, which I'm not complaining because HOSS has got some work done to him. So I'm fine with that. Well, I think we got it. It's all installed, it's all done for now. It needs to be welded. It ain't pretty, it ain't perfect. Hell, it ain't even right, but it's done. I had some help. My buddy Carr stopped by, youtube.com/Carr. Go check his stuff out. He puts big things in little things and makes them go really fast. So check his stuff out. But yeah, it's done.
Yeah, we're gonna weld it. So I've got a welder. This is just something to get it up for right now until you can get it out to my house. Yeah, what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna cut part of the headers off right here because they're like a little too long. And so we'll probably cut off about like, 3-4 inches this way, slide the whole system up, which will give us some more clearance over here. And it'll bring these back a little bit, but these still have room that we can move in and out. And but we got the hangers. Let's jump from the back. So, but you can see here, if they can look this way, you can see how this kind of hangs down low. And it's a lot to do with this header right here, because this header kind of comes down. And if it didn't come down so much, then this will be tucked up a lot more.
Oh, eBay droopy, huh?
Yeah, so pretty much we'll cut this. Worst case, we'll tilt something up and maybe another cut over here to get this up. But you'll have exhaust on your car for now.
So there you have it. It's up, it's in, it's done. We're gonna drop it down, start it up, give you a first crank so you can hear what this thing sounds like.
The next day.